Sound production. Sound production. Sound production.
Good evening, gentlemen. Here's your boy Yeetus. Welcome to episode 178 of Yeetus Talk. This is something that I believe is important to talk about. Not just for guys that are already experienced as single men or as bachelors, but for the newcomers, the young men or the older men who got screwed over by the divorce and family courts. They don't really know what to do per se, in the sense of they wrap their entire identity around getting married, around having kids, around being with one woman for the rest of their lives and devoting their entire life to that one woman. But as soon as they take the red pill, eventually, whether it's the easy way or the hard way, that they have to learn that unfortunately the traditional way of relationships is dead. And right now, this is the new way of the dating market, pretty much. And the dating market is definitely not in men's favor these days. soon as they figure that out and they're unable to guarantee a marriage, guarantee a good relationship, they are definitely lost out there. Loss of identity, loss of like they're like, damn, like what now? Right? I busted my ass for all these years, and I come to find out that damn, women aren't all sunshine and rainbows. Damn, I got divorced, and she took my kids away from me, and I have to pay half or majority of my income. I have to pay it to the state, and I have to pay it to her. Well, since I don't plan on getting into a serious relationship again, or at least not get the government involved in my relationship, what do I do now when I am single and I'm a bachelor? And there's a different forms of being a bachelor. And that's what we're gonna get into detail. We're gonna break it down party style because there's levels to this shit when it comes to being a bachelor. Levels, right? The bachelor of, you know what? I will still, associate with women. I'll still, have a good time and mess around, all the way up into I want nothing to do, nothing to do with relationships. If I have to talk to a woman, then it will have to be work related. If it's not work related, I want nothing to do with none of that shit. I'm just gonna focus on me and me only. So there's levels to that shit. Let me read the wait, something's wrong with my mic? Oh shit. What the fuck? Hold up, give me 1 second. Is it still messing up? Let me know if it's still messing up. What? Okay, give me a second. What is going on? Can you guys hear me? Are you guys able to hear me now? Is it sounding ass yet? Like, is it sounding pretty bad or is it sounding good? That never happened to me before. This is the first time in StreamYard that that is weird. All right, hey, somebody is trying to. I'm telling you, gentlemen. I'm telling you, it's acting weird right now. There's some conspiracy theories happening right now that never happened to me before, ever. That was weird. Okay, uh, I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna start over. What the fuck? That never happened to me before. Ooh, ooh. My views are going down. People aren't clicking on my videos as much. I'm getting a little bit more copyright claims than usual. And now this happens. Coincidence? I think not. uh okay. Uh I'm gonna go back to the beginning. Gentlemen, gentlemen, I know that there are plenty of men out there, whether they are young men that are looking at the world as it is, and that they say, I'd rather stay single at the moment, or older gentlemen that probably got burned on multiple occasions, right? Especially if they got dragged through divorce and family courts, and they had to learn the hard way. And the older gentleman, like, you know what? I learned my lesson, even though I got married one, two, three times in a row. I don't want to get married no more. Both these situations are still similar because both of these men were tricked since birth to revolve their lives solely on women, revolve their lives solely on putting women on the pedestal, throwing a lavish wedding, going to thousands of dollars in debt just so that the wife to be has that very special day, and then get that big old house with a picket fence, and she gets all the cars, she controls all the finances because that's what they were taught, that's what real men do. That's what they were taught. But as soon as they get the red pill, the easy way or the hard way, okay? I'm talking about they look at other men's misery and what they're going through when it comes to marriage and relationships, or seeing how bad modern women are behaving, right? They're being wise, they're learning from other people, or they personally experience heartbreak or betrayal. Both of them do not know what to do with their lives in the sense of they have a lot, they have a, they lost a sense of identity. They don't really know what to do next. They don't. I'm serious, gentlemen. I'm serious. I don't know if you guys notice the younger men are going to channels like ours, whether it's the mainstream red pill channels or channels like mine or Hammer Hands or Chronics. They're looking for guidance. They're looking for guidance, especially the younger men, knowing that their entire life up to that point has been a lie when it comes to relationships. They're looking at men with experience or older men that can give them the right answers. So if you're a younger man, I'm gonna give you my version of what you should do when you become a bachelor. And once again, there's levels to this bachelor stuff, right? There's bachelors that will still mingle with women, but there's no way in hell that they will officially commit through a government contract, through a marriage contract. They will still mingle around here and there, right? Friends with benefits, booty call. There's bachelors that will still mess around. I highly advise against it based on today's climate because she can easily destroy you 20, 30 years from now. But there's men out there that still mingles with women and still have a good time. They just don't commit. But there's the bachelors in the sense of if it's not about work or if you're not a family member, if you're not a female family member or a female coworker and you have to talk about work related issues, those type of men, they want nothing to do with relationships to the point where they don't really have a need to associate with women like that above a platonic level. Like they just are doing their own thing, they're focusing on themselves. There is almost no reason on why they have to engage with women. Those men are just focusing on them, right? And you can describe these men as MGTOW. People who actually follows the MGTOW philosophy, that's what they pretty much do. If it's not something that is from a female family member or a female coworker, there's no other reason why he has to associate with a woman. It's just all about him now. He's taking charge of his own life. He doesn't give a fuck about the culture. He doesn't give a fuck about the tradition of, oh, this is what a man's supposed to do. Oh, this is what a man's supposed to do. He doesn't give a fuck about that. He doesn't care. So now that I gave you guys a brief gauge of the bachelors that are out there, what now? What now? You're single, right? You have your own place, you know, yeah, you have your own vehicle, you have your own income, it's just you. You have all this time in the world. You got all this time in the palm of your hands. What do I need to do with this time now? Knowing that I don't go on the dating apps no more. I don't actively go to the bars or clubs looking for women. I don't go out there and try to see if I can find a single lady that I can approach and talk to, right? That I can hit on. I'm not out there advertising myself, hoping to be a, a potential mate when it comes to marriage. You're not worrying about having the biggest, baddest car, the biggest, baddest clothes, the nicest jewelry, so you can impress these women out there. So you have all this time, all this resources. It's just you now. What's next? Number one, you have to self-reflect. As a man, you have to self-reflect on what you need to do and what you want to do, because that's the big precursor of being a successful man, let alone a successful bachelor. All men know you need to do what you need to do first, right? Then is what you want to do. Need to do, then want to do. What do you need to do to make sure that your life is situated? Oh, but I'm so lonely. You don't need to be lonely. You can easily go and find like-minded men. You can easily go to certain events or do certain hobbies. There's no. It is almost impossible to be lonely per se. Yeah, when you're a bachelor, companionship is one thing, but just talking to people in general, having a good time. Come on, it's you can go out there and have a good time. Your job, how much money are you making? How much money are you content with, right? Because since you're a bachelor, you're not really focused on having the most money, being the biggest dog on the block when it comes to money. That's not really your focus anymore. So this is just you as a bachelor. It's not really that much of a big deal. If you're okay with 20,000 a year, if you're okay with 30,000, 50,000, 70,000, find out your gauge of how much you are comfortable of making, because I know you're going to have a lot of money. 50,000, even $50,000 is a lot of money for one person, especially for one man. It's a lot of money. So, since you're just doing your own thing, you can just easily start investing, easily start putting money away, start saving. Because as men, we, for the most part, are naturally minimalistic. For the most part, we only get what we need. We don't get it because uh just because, right? We don't just spend our money until our bank account is empty. No. For the most part, men, we only get what is necessary. So best believe that your pocket is going to be fat with cash. Your account, your checking account, it's going to be looking real nice. So we got the loneliness out the way, and I agree with SJM when it comes to companionship. Fuck it, get a dog. Getting a dog is pretty nice. It's pretty chill, pretty simple to take care of. Definitely gives a good amount of companionship to a man. That's why it's called man's best friend. You don't have to get a dog, but this is optional. But we got the loneliness out the way. We got the finances out the way. Now you have to self-reflect on your values, on your morals, on your ethics. That is completely crucial at this point. Since you're not really focusing on, you know, getting a mate at the moment, you're not focusing on getting women and all that shit. Your values, your morals, your ethics is possibly going to change. You're going to have to self-reflect and see where you at when it comes to those principles. You know, because this is just you now, there will be things that will be changing when it comes to your perspective in life. Sit down, take a chill pill, pour yourself a drink, maybe watch a little TV, maybe read a book, you know, hell, go out for a walk. But you need to be able to reflect on the position that you're in right now in life. Like, okay, I'm doing me now. What do I need to do next? So once all that is out the way, then you will go into the wants category. The needs category is just a general overview, right? I know there's more, but pretty much focusing on, oh, where am I going to get my companionship? I don't wanna be lonely. That's the thing you need to focus on. Then your finances, crucial. You need to focus on. Being rich is optional at this point. You don't have to work yourself to death if you're single. If you're in a marriage or in a relationship, yeah, unfortunately, you'll be expected to break your back in order to make her feel satisfied. But since you're a bachelor now, you don't have to do that anymore. And then finally, You need to self reflect. That is crucial. All that's out the way, then you can go to the wants. What are your hobbies? What do you want to do? What do you like to do? You have to find hobbies as a person. You can't be sitting in the house all fucking day. That's to me, that's just downright depressing. That's downright depressing. You have to go out there and do something. Do something. Enjoy all the free time that you have. Don't waste away in your room or in your living room all day, every day, not going out there and seeing the adventure that you can truly have as a man. Because believe me, gentlemen, if you wanted to right now, or if it was possible, right? Let's say if you could right now drop everything and just go on a fucking adventure, travel to who knows where. I guarantee you a lot of you guys will agree to that. A lot of you guys will be like, all right, fuck it. Let's go have a good time. Let's see what's out there. Oh, let me read this right quick. uh I still don't know how to say your name, unfortunately, but I completely disagree, Yeetus. I think it's fine to sit in the house, fuck interacting with the NPCs. Well, if you want to, sure, but just because you're going out there doesn't mean you have to interact with the NPCs. Just do what you want to do. You can have an adventure all by yourself and do whatever the fuck you want to do. Shout out to the Hush ones. So don't get me wrong. I see where you're coming from. Where you don't want to deal with all the weirdos that are out there in 2022. I completely agree with you where you're coming from. But I still say you shouldn't waste time, in my opinion. Let go. What's going on, man? He says I had a toxic, narcissistic, stupid Mexican mom doesn't believe in mental illness and other mental problems because she thinks I watch too many stupid, crazy videos on the internet. Yeah, yeah, gotta love those type of parents. You gotta love it. But as soon as she has any slight setbacks in life, it's the end of the world for her. You're supposed to feel bad for her. Oh, the world is against her. She's the victim here. But what men go through on a daily basis of trying to thrive or perish, right? Because masculinity is competitive. As much as we work together, we also compete against one another to see how far we can get on the hierarchy, on that pyramid, right? Who's gonna be on the tippity top? And once again, women have no clue on how difficult that is. So I definitely see where you're coming from, Lego. Uh, you're going to end up in a situation where the NPC approach you or a Karen comes to you and starts reading because your look scares her. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. That's why, in my opinion, I ain't gonna let those little Karen fucks or those NPC fucks ruin my time of what I want to do with my life. So fuck all that. Because once again, I did explain before that there are people out there, especially women, that will go out their way to make your life a living hell or ruin your life. Not because she's angry, not because she's scorned. Women do that because it is amusing to them. It's interesting to them. They want to see what happens next. So once again, I do see where you're coming from when it comes to that. But I'm not going to let them keep me in the fucking house. Fuck that. I'm gonna go out there and have a great time. Bam. Jiraiya, Yeetus question. Okay, I got the answer. Probably have the answer. If we want to work for ourselves and make a fuck ton of money while living for ourselves and having our own adventure, I don't see why we can't. I'm 22 though. I may be wrong. Yeah, I personally see why you can't do it. I personally don't see why you can't do it. Depending on where you are in life, I say if it's possible, see if you can make side hustle, right? Like uh one of the side hustles I plan on doing is I'm going to be making a little business with one of my family members, right? And it's not going to be something crazy or whatever. It's just going to be passive income, just passive income, something that we will monitor together, but it's not going to consume our freaking lives. So it's either you can see how many side hustles you can get, see how many passive incomes you can get, or see if you can get uh, a job at home. See if you're able to get a job online because that's starting to become uh, very fucking big, especially when the 2020 situation hit. See if it's possible for you to do that at least, able to work from home. Because I know plenty of companies, especially big companies, they're definitely doing that more and more often. If you can somehow, some way do that, best believe as a single man, you'll be able to do a lot more and get a lot more shit done. So my two main thing is find ways to get passive income. What I mean by passive, I mean set up a situation where you will make money with little to no interaction, or see if you can get a part-time or full-time job just working from your computer. So, and as a single man, in my opinion, I believe it's possible. But Kraken, it's important to learn how to be alone with yourself and happy, not depending on others. That's a crucial thing. That is a crucial thing. I definitely agree with that. Gentlemen, don't believe all the bullshit that, society wants to throw at you. Like, oh, you want to be alone, huh? Huh? Oh, you want to be a loner? Oh, you're weird if you're eating at a restaurant by yourself. Oh, you're weird if you're just walking alone, oh, you're 35 and you still don't have a wife yet, or you still don't have a fiance. What's wrong with you? Don't listen to all that bullshit. Don't listen to that. Embrace being alone. Embrace having your own space, right? If you have an apartment, if you have a house, if you have a trailer, a condo, whatever the fuck it is, that is your castle and you are king. Okay, you do what you want in your castle. Don't let society or whatever tell you otherwise. Okay, and even if you're not in your home, even when you're out and about, it's fine. You just doing you. It's okay. In my opinion, it's important to be alone at times. It's important to just focus on you and you only at times. So I agree, McCracken. I agree. Do. RKH, what's going on, man? Hey, you're welcome, Jiraiya. You're welcome. Rusty Rivers, Yeetus, why don't you actually invite a guest on who has been successful at passive income? Uh, Completely successful, I'm not, but I am partially successful. So when it comes to that situation, I will invite somebody next time when it comes to passive income. I just didn't think that far. This is only a topic. The topic today isn't passive income. So next time I will invite somebody that knows a thing or two. I have a couple of people in mind to talk about finances. It's been a while since we actually dived into financial talks. So I'll definitely get somebody to talk about passive income. Thank you for giving me an idea, Rusty Rivers. I appreciate it. I'll definitely do that. Yeah, I have a couple of people. Yeah, I'm thinking on it. Do. Wireless plum. I will take. I'm assuming you're trying to say isolation over dealing with Sims and feminists any day. I completely agree with that. You should be able to be alone and do your own thing. You should be able to avoid the Sims and feminists. But at the same time, and this is my opinion only, don't let these Sims and feminists completely cut you off from the world. Still go out there, do your own thing, have a good time. You're a bachelor, you're your own man. You don't have any type of contract with any of these people. Not with the state, not with these simps, not with these feminists. At this point, is your life, your rules. Don't let them dictate otherwise. Oh yeah, Rusty Rivers. You definitely give me a good topic. I'm definitely gonna get on that immediately. But before we continue with the conversation, if you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus, there's a link on top of the chat, Cash App. Best possible way to donate because the money goes directly to me. But you can also do super chat or super thanks. Any type of donation is appreciated, but if you can't donate, it's all good. It's no big deal. No big deal whatsoever. Just continue to listen to my rants. I do have the super chat from the Chaz. And he says, "What's up, Yeet? Hope you're good, man. Yes, I'm actually doing pretty well. I'm actually chilling like a villain. It's been a pretty chill day today for me. But thank you for your donation, man. I appreciate it." Do. Chaz the Fool. I wish I can donate more, but I want to save for a PS5 for gaming streams. It's all good, man. The fact that you donated enough, that's it's whatever, man. It's no big deal. None. It's all up to you. I'm making no big deal. I'm not gonna stop my entire stream and be like, my my account is looking kind of empty. Let me go ahead and play the most annoying song until you guys give me enough money. Like, that's some bullshit that people do. That's fucked up. It should be up to you guys and you guys only if you want to invest in the channel with your hard-earned money. Okay? I'm not like these entitled fucks out here or people who literally relies on your money to live. So, no worries, man. It's no big deal. I know I missed some chats from up here. Give me a second. Oh yeah, I did miss this one. Wireless plum. It's about freedom to me. Once I have enough to live off grid, the expenses become low enough, you can invest and save enough to the point where you're set for life financially, you can travel a lot. Bingo. That is the goal. That should be your goal right now, gentlemen. That you are putting enough money away. And it doesn't matter if you're making 40,000, 50,000, hell, I'll say 35,000. That's still enough to put little away, little by little. Start putting away money as soon as you can. I'd highly advise putting it in your savings account because depending on your bank, your money doesn't grow in a savings account. But a savings account is a start, but I will much rather you put it in certain accounts that your money will be able to grow over time. So I definitely agree with what you're saying, Wireless Plum. Lego, being bachelor can save up your own money, city boy. Yeah, yeah. When it's just you, when it's just you have all the time and the finances in the world. I know it's a weird feeling at first. A lot of you guys have definitely been through the situation. I've been through the situation where as soon as I was like, you know what? I'm not worrying about relationships at the moment. It's like, damn, I got all this money, I got all this time in the world. What now? So, Dwarven, Larva, what's going on, man? Hi, you just going my own way, and at 35, I'm finally starting my dream of doing illustration school. Ooh, I have my business on the side and can do it in a relaxed way. Yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And gentlemen, see, that's a beauty. That's a beauty of being a bachelor. And this is what I want a lot of young men to understand, especially that's listening right now. If you're going to be the bachelor, whether it's temporary or if you're going to be a bachelor for good, it is a beautiful thing as a man because it is up to you and you only on how comfortable you want to be. You be able to set your own standards, your own goals that only affects you and only you deal with the consequences. And I'm sure 9 times out of 10, as a single man, you be able to accept the consequences of your decisions, right? Because not everything's going to be perfect, right? That's life. Life is not fair. It is what it is. But at least you have the ability, you have the choice to make good decisions or bad decisions. And if you make a bad decision, learn from it and then bounce right back. Bounce right back. You have nothing holding you back, nothing tying you down as a bachelor. The freedom, the freedom, the peace of mind that you have as a bachelor. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Especially when you have your shit together. You don't have to have the best job. You don't have to have many friends. But guess what? You get to do whatever you please. And that feels great as a man. That feels amazing, right? You get to do whatever you want within the confines of the law, okay? Make sure you still follow the law. You can still do whatever you please, and nobody can tell you shit. Nobody. And that's why, which is the next topic I'm going to get into, this is why, for the longest time, because this has been documented for 118 years, and I forgot to post it, but there is a document from the women's suffrage group movement of them literally shitting on men in general, calling us fucking dumb, like dumb as rocks, and especially going after bachelors. Ooh, for 118 years, women hated bachelors, right? That's just documented, right? I guarantee you, even way back into the medieval times and even earlier, women in society does not like bachelors. Why? Because they just can't be controlled. They can do whatever they want, do whatever they please, as long as they're not breaking the law. And it gets under their fucking skin so much. But because of what's happening in 2022, all this evidence is being revealed, right? And it's not even men going out there doing investigations and all the other stuff. No, women are purposely putting their atrocities on display for the world to see when they post on the internet. Once they go on social media and they brag about the horrible decisions that they've done, like it's a badge of honor. It's only a matter of time until men in general is like, "Ugh, I don't want to fuck with this shit no more. I'm just gonna be doing me." And that's what's been happening for the last 10 years. I'll say 10 to 12 years. With the booming of the internet and social media, oh man. Sometimes I think women don't even realize how bad they're displaying themselves, how bad that they're snitching on themselves. Literally use social media as a personal diary. And I think they don't get that men can see and hear what they're doing on the internet. But of course, they don't give a fuck about the 80% of men, right? It's only the 20% that they're worried about. So maybe that's why they don't think that far ahead where they post horrible shit on social media. So now more and more men out here are like, you know what? I'd rather just do me because there's women laughing, bragging about men getting divorced, men getting alimony, men getting child support, men getting thrown in jail if they're unable to pay for it, and they're laughing at men that eventually yeets themselves. I'm sure you guys know what I mean. They're literally laughing and making fun of men that yeets themselves. They're literally yelling at men, getting angry at men, saying that you ain't shit, men ain't shit, men are obsolete, men just go to war and die because that's all you're good for. Women and countless social media platforms, especially platforms that aren't supposed to be sexual, automatically turn sexual. They're wearing fucking G string thongs, lingerie bikinis in a pool in their room on Twitch. And Twitch is a gaming platform. And we already know how uh, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you already know how they promote promiscuity, that Jezebel behavior, that thottery. And they promote that behavior as a good thing. And they're shocked that there's more and more men are just saying, you know what, fuck this, I'm not dealing with this anymore. Come on, come on. It's really getting to the point where I really do believe that women have this perception that men are not smart. I don't know why. I don't know why. Women have that perception that men are just dumb. They really do believe that, which is fucking weird. So all this evidence, millions and millions of photos and videos on OnlyFans, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, and the list goes on. All the atrocities, all the thottery. Yet they're shocked that there's more and more men becoming bachelors? What? Woo! It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that needs to be brought back, but it's way too late at this point. It's way too late at this point. The shaming reference was funny, but yeah, women don't want to be shamed. They don't want to be shamed. That's the biggest thing. It's gotten to the point where, hey, you're in you're in an unhealthy weight, or you're overweight. They will literally get the whole of Twitter to come and cancel you and ruin your reputation and get you fired from your job just because you said, you got a little bit too many rolls on your back there. You're getting a little bit chubby. Maybe you should eat a salad. Oh, you fat phobic. Oh my god. Oh, how dare you? It's crazy, gentlemen, crazy. Why would a man put himself in a situation that he's getting the shit end of a deal? Why? Right? I'm not even talking about simps. I'm talking about men, right? The men that they want. Why would they put themselves in a shitty situation where they're not getting anything good in the first place? I wouldn't. I no. The audacity of these middle-aged women that sound like dudes got their back blown out on countless occasions and have children that they rarely see or probably drop them off at the grandparents' house, broke as fuck. The audacity of this type of woman to approach you and believes that she is worthy of your presence. She's worthy of your resources. She's worthy of your protection. She's worthy of those privileges for the rest of her life, aka marriage. The audacity, gentlemen. You did everything right. She did everything wrong, yet she expects to be rewarded. That's why I'm not surprised with the explosion of bachelors running around. I'm not surprised whatsoever. Steve Sanchez, modern women think men are dumb. Yeah, it's men that dominate the field of science. Yeah, and men in general, right? We don't think on our feelings. No, we are definitely logical, rational for the most part. It's just that modern women are so used to simps doing some stupid shit because they think with their little head and not their big head. Maybe that's why women believe that men are dumb in general. Colt, men built the world. They will need us eventually, but we'll not forget how we were treated. No, we will not forget. And if somehow, some way, we still have the internet when the when things change. I'm talking about society itself changes. We will definitely have countless proof. Fuck that. It's only a matter of time, gentlemen. Like I always say, they never learn until it's too late. Modern women and women in general just don't learn until it's too late. They can't think long term of how their bad decisions and bad behavior can bite them in the ass. Because that's what men in general that's what they look for. They're making sure that any woman that he associates with that, could be a potential partner, she doesn't have a fucked up past. And if she has a fucked up past where you can just look up her name on social media, look up her name on the internet, you can see all the shit that she's done. The internet's forever. You can't erase it. That's what a lot of women can't comprehend. But at the same time, a lot of women don't give a fuck either. And I'm not surprised about that. Hermit, he says, is this stream like what's after the red pill? I would say so, yes. I would say to the point where this would be after men realize that it's better. to be single than to go after Western women or deal with the gynocentric system that we have in the West. Because the state, women, male feminists, they're not our friend. They will not hesitate to take you down just because they don't like that you're a bachelor. They just don't like it that you're single. Or they just don't like getting rejected by you. So yeah, it's definitely after you take the red pill and you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna do my own thing. Bingo. Not only they hate bachelors because they don't have access to your resources, technically they can't control you. They cannot hover marriage over your head. They can't put that leverage on you in order to make you do what she wants. Because that's what a lot of men kind of miss long term, that once she gets a ring from you, she knows she got you in the bag. She only has to wait a few years before she can truly take control. You have no choice but to listen to her bullshit if you don't want to lose your finances, lose your house, lose your kids. That's why that bullshit phrase, happy wife, happy life is cheaper to keep her, became prevalent because that's literally what it is. Even though the husband hates the wife's guts, he knows he will be fucked if he gets divorced. So he just he put his head down and just complies. Kono, marriage is just passive income for them these days. Not just that, at this point, gentlemen, how I see marriage in 2022, right? In 2022, how I see marriage is pretty much prostitution with extra steps. That's how I see it. It's prostitution with extra steps. Because marriage isn't not it's not really about making a covenant in front of God anymore. It's not merging to become one and making it your sole duty to create the next generation and passing on your genes to the next generation, right? Because that's our biological goal. But when it comes to societal goals, your duty is to make the next generation of productive members of society, per se. But now, how marriage is treated as a business in 2022, I only see it as prostitution with extra steps. Nobody can change my mind with that one. Look what's going on. Look at what's going on in the West when it comes to marriage. You cannot, you can't disagree with me on that one. You can't. Bobby Johnson. To be fair, a lot of women are fine being alone nowadays, but it seems like it's because your standards are unrealistically high. Women are not fine being alone. They're not. They're not fine whatsoever, especially when the biological clock starts ticking, knowing that they're running out of time to lock down a man and create babies with that said man. They are not fine being alone. And once they pass that mark, once the clock runs out, women love to put up a facade. Women love to lie to themselves and lie to other people about how great her single life is. No, it's not great. It's not great. Believe me, gentlemen, she is not having a good time behind closed doors. Don't believe that social media bullshit. Don't believe that single auntie that comes to the barbecue and saying that, oh yeah, strong, independent woman. Yeah, who needs a man? No, she's. I guarantee fucking to you, she is on her couch in her apartment, drinking her fucking soul away. And don't get me started if I look into that medicine cabinet. Do not get me started. Oh shit. But this is one more shill, gentlemen, and then we'll do a couple call-ins. If you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus, there's a link on top of the chat. Cash App /Sir Yeetus. Best way to donate because the money goes directly to me. But you can also do super chat or super thanks. Any type of donation is appreciated, but if you're unable to donate, it is all good. Okay, no big deal. All right, let me go ahead and throw in this link. I'll take in a couple callers so we can talk about what is a bachelor life to you if you are a bachelor. I'll take a couple callers. Hermit, $2 donation. Keep up the good work, you my homie. Hey, hell yeah, I'm your homie. We all homies up in this bitch. Shit, we all we got, unfortunately, because it's getting wild as hell out there. But thank you very much for the donation, man. Oh yeah, I have to read this one. Dryer. There's gonna be such an epidemic on lonely single women in the upcoming years because they bought into the great feminist lie, and it is entirely all self-inflicted. Yes, it is very self-inflicted. They didn't want to listen to us. They didn't want to listen to their parents. They didn't want to listen to the men that they were trying to be serious with. They literally bought into the bullshit that they can go out and do these Jezebel activities and then expect the man of her dreams to be waiting at the end of the rainbow, right? When I say man of her dreams, I mean the unrealistic, the delusional man, right? The playboy, billionaire, surgeon, CEO man. That's how crazy these delusions get. I won't never settle. I won't never settle. Yeah, I see why you won't never settle because you're looking for a man that doesn't even fucking exist. I'm just gonna point and laugh. But thank you, Jiraiya. Real talk, $10 donation. Thank you very much, man. It's simple to say, but hard to do. 1. Create a life you can survive the coming societal crash. 2. Divest money into currency that will always hold value, like gold and silver. I agree. After shit hits the fan, you make your move. Yep. Because at the end of the day, you already know, once again, it will be men, it will be the men, not women, it will be the men that will have to rebuild society. Again, right? It's a cycle. It's a cycle since the dawn of time, since the concept of society came to be. Men are the ones that had to rebuild over and over and over again. So best believe that it's going to get crazy in the future, you know, possibly near future, unfortunately. But definitely create a situation, right, where you know that you'll be able to sustain yourself when shit gets real. And definitely see if you can invest in things that hold value besides cash, right? Because the cash itself is in value. The cash itself represents the value, such as gold or silver. So when you can definitely see if you can translate your money into gold, silver, nickel, anything that will be deemed valuable if we have to go back to the barter system. But thank you very much for the $10 donation, man. Ooh. Yes, skills are valuable as well. But gentlemen, I have a question. All 54, nope, 53, one left. All 53 of you guys, put a one in the chat if you're content with your bachelor life, right? You don't have to be happy about it. You don't have to be ecstatic, but put a one in the chat if you're content with your bachelor life, if you're okay with it. See, nothing but ones, nothing but ones. And I'm sure, oh, wait, oh shit. We got married one, boys. We got married one. Oh no. I'm just playing. Hopefully your marriage is doing good, because once again, if a man somehow, some way wins the lucky lottery and actually has a good woman, I ain't gonna hate, you know. But I'm talking about, the upcoming young men, right? Men that are in their early 20s, mid 20s right now, they're the ones that are completely fucked when it comes to marriage. Because at this point, I really don't believe there is a 0.0000001% chance that you will run into an actual good woman, right? Very small in the West. And we don't think in possibilities, we think in probability. That hope factor, we need to get rid of that shit in 2022, okay? Because that hope factor will get your life ruined. You gotta make those rational decisions, okay? If she's living in the inner city and she has multicolored hair, and then she's all about me patriarchy, no. But at the end of the day, gentlemen, at the end of the day, I'm like we all here. I know that you don't have to be a bachelor for the rest of your life. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. But if you are going to be a bachelor, you need to understand that you can't just sit around and be feel all sorry for yourself, like, oh, woe me, society lied to me, oh my god, oh, everything is open. No, 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 you don't just sit there and just like, oh, pity me. No, you dust yourself back off saying, well, damn, I got messed up in relationship market, but I'm still going to keep going. I'm gonna focus on me. That's what your attitude should be. That's what it should be. Okay? Because once again, gentlemen, unfortunately, we don't have a choice. As men, we don't have a choice but to keep going. Like we explained countless times before, we don't have safety nets. We don't have safety nets like women do. We don't have safety nets like kids do. We don't. It's a simple motto when it comes to men, when it comes to masculinity. You either thrive or perish. That's how society sees us. It is what it is. You either make it or you don't. I'm not saying, oh, you can't have depression, you can't have this, you can't have mental health problems, you can't have issues in your life. You're a man, man up. No, that's not what I'm saying. Of course, we're going to have various obstacles in our life. Of course, you're going to have times where you believe that you cannot keep pushing forward, where life literally kicks you in the fucking nuts and then squeeze lemon in your eyes. But you cannot stay down. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't stay down. Just because, oh, having a relationship is over. Oh, I can't get married. That doesn't give you the excuse to give up. You keep pushing forward. But I got one caller. Let me go ahead and invite him in. Real talk. What's going on?
Yo, can you hear me? Yo,
Real-
yo.
And I hear you. What is going on? There's no sound.
Uh, Damn. Can you hear me now?
Nope. Still nothing. Let me ask the chat. Chat. Can you hear real talk?
I thought I just I'm getting the volume. Fuck. Let me jump right back in. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Fuck. God damn it. Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's weird. I can't hear you. That's
This is
huh. Okay. It's all good in the neighborhood. Oh, real talk. Why did you leave? Oh. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, there's gonna have to be some settings that have to change. Yeah, StreamYard is acting weird lately. Well, I guess he left and it's all good. But at the end of the day, gentlemen, you guys know what I mean about being a bachelor. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Real talk.
Yo, can you hear me now?
So I'm gonna have to fix my audio because you can hear me, but I can't hear you. So the input is kind of weird right now.
No problem, man. Shit. Yeah, at least we're troubleshooting, figuring it out. They're throwing a wrench in your shit.
It is unfortunate that I can't engage in the conversation, but I'll get this fixed and we'll definitely, if you have time to join the stream tomorrow, I'll definitely invite you back. I gotta fix this.
It's all good, brother. All good, man. No disrespect. Hey, I appreciate you having me on. Much love. I'm sure the next one's going to be just as fire as this one.
They're trying to divide and conquer us. They're trying to divide us. I never had issues like this until today. It's crazy, bro. But I'm sure you guys got the gist of the conversation or the points that I try to get across today. Okay. Being a bachelor is it's not a bad thing. You have all the time in the world. You have all the resources that you earn to yourself. What you make of that time, that's up to you. That's up to you. Because once again, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to do. You can do whatever you want, whatever you please. You are a man, right? But we still got to be rational. We still got to make calculated risk. We still got to make sure that you're the best version of yourself. I don't know what version that you want to be, right? But we got to max out our potential of what we can do for ourselves and what we can put out there. Because Best, I'm telling you, gentlemen, there will be an explosion of bachelors within 5 years. There will be an explosion of bachelors. Well, it'll be an explosion of bachelors until possibly the government will get involved and probably force everybody to get married. Right? They're going to be dragging you to the altar. Going to have the marriage police breaking into your house, dragging you to the jewelry store to buy an engagement ring. But, gentlemen, this stream has been weird, but I will make sure tomorrow that it is fixed. Okay, it'll be too easy. But it is your boy, Sir Yeetus. Thank you for joining the stream today. A lot of complications, but I believe that we did an okay job. We did okay. And I definitely expect a stream tomorrow if I can get this shit fixed. I am out. Peace.